Hello guys, it's me David. Welcome back to my channel, and here I talk about my ADHD and my life as a freelancer here in the Philippines. And on today's video, I want to talk about something really important and also relevant to what's happening to me today or this week. Today I want to talk about ADHD and spending since it's something I struggle with a lot. Honestly, I think throughout my life I haven't really been the spending type of guy. There were some times during my childhood that yes, I spent a lot. I think I remember it was during my grade school times. I was saving a lot of money since my parents do give me allowance, and then I was able to save up a lot, and then I decided to spend it to buy Christmas gifts for my friends in school since I was really excited about buying them gifts. So I went to Trinoma, which is the mall here in the Philippines. I was left there alone to walk around and just shop for anything that I feel like my friends would enjoy. So I went to Toys R Us. I went to what's the store? I went to this anime store. I forgot what it's called. It was really popular back in the day. And then, I bought so many stuff like toy helicopters, like small ones, toy cars, race cars, or whatever. And I was really enjoying the process of buying things. So I think my ADHD really has been showing up ever since I was a kid. And yeah, it should, since it's genetic and you grow up with it. So I've been, I think, excited whenever I spend things, whenever I have buying power. I've always been the type to feel an excitement or that dopamine rush when I buy things. And that's the same problem I have now. And my girlfriend told me about it. So in my past videos, I've been talking about wanting to buy a new camera, which I think you know, since people have been commenting about it, encouraging me to buy it, telling me that, hey, you have multiple jobs, it's a good thing, it's something you can reward yourself with, or it's something that could motivate you to keep doing your multiple jobs. So to start, I just wanted to thank you guys for supporting me and my buying temptations. Pero I don't to spoil you, I won't be buying the camera this month or even the next month, most likely. I've been doing some reflecting and realized that yes, to be a responsible adult, I really need to save. I really need to be more mindful of my spending and really spend only if I really need it or if I know that it's a good ROI, or I feel like that's something that I need to really think about. So ADHD and spending. If you have ADHD or you're curious about ADHD, something that you might find online as a pattern for people with ADHD is the spending. So some people with ADHD enjoy shopping online. So you tend to buy things. You enjoy the process of it coming to your house, you opening the package, and overall, just that process of buying things. You really enjoy it. You get a dopamine hit out of it. And I think it's because whenever we buy things, there's that curiosity of what is it going to be like when it gets here? Is it going to be fun? Is it going to be as exciting as I want it to be? But there's also that dopamine rush when you just hit buy and you just know, oh, I can buy it. I have the money to buy it. But that's the problem with ADHD. At some point, you don't realize how much things you've been buying, and then you just realize, oh, my bank account is down. So that's where I'm at now. I was really tempted to buy the camera, and I told myself, no, actually, it wasn't me. It was my girlfriend who told me that I should think about it. And luckily I did. I was watching some YouTube videos from a financial guy, and he said the main priority for people or for adults is really to build their emergency funds. And then afterwards, yes, you can buy the stuff you want. Just delay that gratification for a bit. But I just really have to highlight how hard it is for me, I think, as someone with ADHD, to really resist the temptation of buying things, since I really just want to buy things. I like buying things. I like having the power, the buying power, I guess, to buy things and to enjoy them. So let's say I'm usually in the mall. I like going to the mall since I get to go around, see new products, see new food, I guess, and then I just imagine myself buying it, or maybe the possibility of one day being able to buy things without actually worrying about the price. And that excites me so much, honestly. Now I'm really having a hard time really convincing myself to not buy the camera, since I was able to really convince myself a long time ago to buy it. I told myself, hey, I'm gonna find a way to ROI it. I'm gonna find some projects, some video projects. I'm gonna be a videographer for real estate companies. I'm gonna do videography for YouTubers or whatever project I can find. I was really convincing myself to buy it, but now I have to convince myself not to. Since one, I had the DJI Pocket 2, which is of course a really old model. Not really super old, but it's like old enough, I guess. Like no one's using the Pocket 2 anymore nowadays. For what I need now, I think it's enough. With my recordings now, I think it's enough. I don't need to buy something bigger. I think my ADHD just really got me excited with the idea of having a new thing. And that's challenging because with the things I have now, let's say for my laptop, I had that time before when I was really excited to buy it. I have the MacBook 13-inch M2. It's not even an M2 Pro, so that's sad. So it's like 8 gigabytes of RAM, and before when I was thinking of buying it, it was around 60,000 pesos. I was really excited back then. I told myself, hey, I'm gonna have a new laptop. It's gonna change my life. Since all my life, I always had a gaming laptop to do video editing on, and it was always just heavy. I had to bring it to school. I had to bring it everywhere along with my books. So having something really small is super life-changing. I was really excited when I bought that laptop, but look at me now. After 2 years, I'm already thinking about buying a new one, and the excitement dies down. So that's the problem with it. And I think that's something I really need to be mindful of as someone with ADHD. I do get excited about these things. I get excited about buying the new thing, and also, just the novelty of it, having to experience something for the first time. So that's where I'm at now. It's really hard, honestly. I'm still tempted. I feel like I still possibly buy the camera in a few months, or even this month. I don't know. I just need to really justify it further. So maybe if I increase my income, if I get to 2x my income or have an extra 50k in my income, I'll be happy to buy the camera. But right now with my current income, it's really not a smart move. So I'll just delay it. I'll just delay the heck out of this gratification. I don't want this to be a full-on financial advice channel, I guess, since I'm not a financial advisor. I have no experience in saving money. I haven't made my first million, even my first 500k, even my first 200k. I haven't made a lot of money, honestly. But I think talking about money is really important for us with ADHD, since we do, most of us, I guess, really spend a lot. And even for me, I think for me, my recent spending has been a lot on food, since I like treating my girlfriend to restaurants. I like treating her to food. So I usually just don't want to think about the price. I just use my credit card and worry about the price later on. I also like buying her stuff. So let's say if she needs a charger or whatever, I want to buy her that. If she wants a potted plant or a new thing, I really just want to buy her that. Recently, she talked about wanting a Garmin, which is basically a watch that you use for running. And I was really tempted to buy her that, but it's 25,000 pesos. It's really out of, it's really not smart to buy it. So yeah, going back to the financial discussion, I think for us with ADHD, it's really important that we talk about money. It's really important that we become more mindful of it, because we're adults. We need to be better adults. And I get it. We really have these temptations to buy things, but it's really important to at least, I think, spend less, really try to think about it in the long term. I think for me, the question that's helping me resist the urge of buying is, in the long term, what's more important? Is it improving my savings or having an emergency fund, or is it having this camera? And I think in the short term, my answer to that is, if I do get the camera, I can use it for YouTube, like what I'm doing now. I can also use it for client work, but that's not a guarantee to make me income. So it's not really a smart investment if my lens on it is it's gonna ROI someday. Yes, possibly someday, but that's not a guarantee. So yeah, in the long term, it's better for me to increase my savings, increase my emergency funds, since I don't have emergency funds yet. Since if I do get to that point where I have an emergency fund, that's gonna be a huge achievement for me, since I have never ever saved that much money in my life. So even though I have all of these temptations, all of these urges and strong feelings about buying this camera, I really have to stop myself. And I feel like you should too. Unless, of course, like you're really financially stable and you feel like there's no negative effect of you buying this thing. And I've had this experience before. I think I mentioned before that I'm a certified Gallup strengths coach. So Gallup has this Clifton Strengths Assessment where if you take it, you get your top 5 strengths, your top 10 talents, and then you get to figure out how to leverage on your strengths to thrive in life, I guess. So I took that certification since I really wanted to be a coach, but And that time, the Gallup Strength certification was the one available, and I was really convinced by my friend to take it. At that time, I was really excited about it. I thought to myself, oh, I'm gonna ROI this. I'm gonna find a way to ROI this and make it worth the investment. But then afterwards, it just didn't work out as well as I planned. I wasn't able to ROI it. I only made around 30K from it, which is really far from the investment I made in the course. For some context, the course was around 200K and I only made 30K so far. So that's super far. I know I can think about it in the long term, that maybe in the long term I can ROI it, but it's just not smart. I really have to learn my lesson from that if my perspective is to ROI it, it's not really gonna turn out the way I want to all the time. I really had to be strategic with it and work on things that I'm sure are making me money right now. And right now, that's being a YouTube video editor and also possibly a creative director. So those are some things that I think we should all be mindful of as people with ADHD. The things I think that are helping me regulate this so much is, one, having a partner. Sorry if you don't have a partner. But one is having a partner who's really here to talk to me and to give me this different perspective and really has the patience to talk to me and really has the patience to sit me down and talk to me about it, since it really is a strong emotion. When you want to buy something, you're really convinced that it's gonna be life-changing, that it's gonna be fun and whatever. But for me, having my partner talk to me and tell me that, is it really the best time to buy it now or maybe in the future? So that part was really helpful, since with my ADHD, I think it's blinding me with all of these excitement. The excitement is blinding me from the reality that I might not actually need the camera in the short term. So that's one thing that's helping me, my partner. The second thing that's been helping me is, I think, just this change of mindset that maybe right now the financial situation I'm in isn't really there yet. I think the challenge of me increasing my monthly income really motivated me to postpone it for a bit and try to increase my income even by 20K or by 50K. And then once I get that income, maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's a good enough sign for me to buy the thing. But right now, with my current income, no, it's not a good sign. It's not a good choice. So that's something that's helping me now. It's really this mindset that I can just make it a motivation for me to increase my income. I can just aim to make, let's say, my first 100K, aim to make my first 100K per month. And then after that, we're good. So after that, I am worthy enough to buy something I like. But honestly, you have no idea how hard it is for me to stop myself from buying the thing. A week ago, I feel like I was really close to going to the mall and just buying it and just not thinking. So I'm glad that I think I was able to resist for a bit. That's a huge win for me, just being able to resist. And I'm glad that I do have a partner who was able to talk to me and help me make this delayed gratification happen. But yeah, I understand it's really challenging for me. I'm not sure if it's just an ADHD thing, but the thing with ADHD is it's hard to get motivated. It's hard to feel excited about things. So when your excitement dies down, especially with my work, when my excitement dies down with my work, so does my productivity. Since I'm not super excited with my work anymore, I have no motivation to work, my productivity dips, and that's a problem. So that's why initially I was thinking about it in the opposite way, that maybe I just need to buy the camera so that I'm more motivated to do my work well and to perform better in my work. Just so I have something that I'm already paying for and that I need to work hard for. So that was my perspective before, which I think could work. It could still work. I honestly feel like it could still work. Some people out there need that extra motivation first before they can start being more productive. I feel like in some way that's also me. Like I can be more productive knowing that, I have something to pay for. I have no choice but to pay for it. So I'll just stay in my job. That was a perspective I was considering, that maybe I'd be more motivated to stay in my jobs and not leave them if I have something I'm paying for. I heard this from my cousin back then. They had a job. They had jobs as lawyers, and then they didn't really like the work they were doing, but they knew they had to stay since the pay is good. So what they did was they bought a car just so they have something to pay for it. But honestly, now that I think about it, it's a bit unhealthy, since what if you don't get to pay for it? What happens? What if you don't get to ROI it the way you want to? What if you suddenly lose your job? What happens then? So I think that's where I save myself from just that pain of probably losing my job or something, and then having the stress of having to pay for around 5,000 per month just for a camera. Anyway, congrats to us. For you, if you also stopped yourself from buying the thing or from overspending this month, congrats to you. It's really an achievement. Congrats to me for also doing the same thing. I'm not sure if I'll be able to hold on until the next month, but I'll try. If you made it this far in the video, I hope that you liked it. I'm also curious if you have ADHD and how you're managing the spending situation, since that's really a struggle for me right now. If you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts, whatever it is that you're going through. I would love to hear them. And you can watch all my other videos about ADHD and freelancing, but my plan is for you to make more ADHD content. So let me know if this type of content works for you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.